Sacrifices were made by youth of that time. People laid down their lives for the sake of freedom. We go undercover, wait out the sun. Got a secret side in plain sight. Where the streets are empty, that's where we run. Everyday people do everyday things, but
And I guess our perspective was talk to me from a guy in South Africa, say, to look at how apartheid was ended. Ultimately, it wasn't because.
Thanks to everyone joining us all over the world, no matter where you are, no matter the country you reside, no matter the language you speak. We welcome you to another great time on the African Portal Radio TV. It has been a great time for us as we already out there to make sure that we got a lot of content and to celebrate the Youth Day with all the youth of South Africa. So this hour we say happy Youth Day to all the youth in South Africa and in Africa and in the diaspora. We so welcome to the African Portal. Tonight we'll be having one of the youth that will be putting on the spotlight on this program, that will be having this conversation together. For those of you that you are joining us, we want to say welcome to the African Portal. Without wasting time, let me quickly connect to my studio all the way from Ogun State in Abeokuta. Is already on the spotlight. Let me hear if he's already with us. How are you today?
I'm okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I'm doing very fine by His grace, sir.
It is a pleasure to have you on the spotlight on the African Portal Radio TV International. I want you to share this program, invite many people to join, because you are now a figure that is representing the whole Africa on the Youth Day. As a matter of fact, I don't even remember that today is the Youth Day, and I put you on the spotlight without even remember that is the Youth Day today. So it's a coincidence, but that coincidence have been coming to a great thing. So you are representing all the Africa youth, and so you will be speaking about the Africa and the democracy. What is the democracy? Why the youth needs to engage themselves in democracy, and is the democracy really working in Africa? Those are the conversations that we'll be having with you. But before we go into that conversation, I just want to use this time to greet everyone, no matter where you are. Say, welcome to the African Portal in South Africa, Dumela, Ashe, Moloi, in northern part of Africa, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In Jerusalem, and to all the Christian brothers and sisters, we say, how shalom to you, no matter where you are. Shalom, shalom, shalom to everyone, no matter where you are. And at the same time, in northern part, east part, Central Africa, we greet you. Bonjour to everyone in some part of Africa, especially in Angola. Thank you very much. Obrigado. Welcome to the African Portal. And from the Yoruba land, I greet you. Igbo land, I greet you. And the Nausa land, I greet you. I say Nakwana, and I say welcome to the African Portal Radio TV International. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, akínyìn, àkàlẹ́, ẹ kú dédé wò yìí, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí àtàgbé ètò bàbá ètò náà lẹ́ ń gbọ́ yìí lórí the African Portal Radio nílùú Victoria, ibẹ̀ la wà yìí. Ẹlẹ́rù àmì ìtìtì lórí òkè Waterkloof, ibẹ̀ la ti ń dá kẹ̀kẹ́ lúkẹ́, ibẹ̀ la ti ń dá pàtàkì mí pọ̀ tó ti ń dún tó ti ń dùn tó ti ń dùn. Ó ti ń múre wá, ó ti ń máyọ̀ wá, ó sì ti ń mú dùnú wá. Ọlọ́run ti ṣètò ẹ̀, ó ti pètò ẹ̀, ó sì ti kún sórí àgbàgbé yìí. Mo kí ládéládé, mo kí lóyè lóyè, mo kí gbogbo ẹyọ ọ̀tọ̀kùlú ìlú pátápátá, mo kí gbogbo ládéládé ní gbogbo ilẹ̀, ní gbogbo ìlú, ní gbogbo tó ń jáde pátápátá láti kí yí pé ẹ kú dédé wò yìí, ẹ kú fọmọnìyàn ṣe, ẹ kú bójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí àtàgbé yìí lálẹ́ ti tòní, láàárọ̀ ti tòní, nírọ̀lẹ́ ti tòní, ní gbogbo tó bá wù kó bọ́ sí ní ọ̀dọ̀ yín. Akínyín tẹ̀ṣọ́, akínyín tòlógàn, ẹ kú bójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí àtàgbé ètò lórí the African Portal Radio nílùú Victoria. Ojú kì í tọjọ́, ojú òní tẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa, ìbàjẹ́ òní ń bá wa, àjọṣe òní dojúrú. Thank you very much, everyone. For those of you don't know what I am saying, I'm just greeting everyone in my own language. You know, Yoruba language is one of the very lovely language in Africa. And the more we speak our language, the more we let the world know that our language is also very important to us. Tonight, we are going to be engaging one of the youth on our program tonight that we'll be having the conversation together. We'll be talking about the youth and the democracy. That is what we'll be talking about. And I have one of our very own all the way from Ogun State that we be having this conversation together. So join us in the journey as we connect into this program to have it raw with my guests in the studio. Are you still there? All right. I say it seems like my guest is not actually connected. Let's see what is going on his side. If he's already on the spotlight, but unfortunately, it seems like his network is not connecting from us. So, but let's quickly do it together. You know, the more you share this program, the more this program go viral. So keep sharing it, keep sharing it, keep sharing it, keep sharing it, keep sharing it. Let it go viral, please. Keep sharing it. Let it go viral. Invite more people to join this conversation, and it's going to be a lovely time on the African Portal. Unfortunately, your line went
I'm
off,
here.
so we unable to
I'm
see.
here.
We
I'm
don't
here.
know
I'm,
what
I'm
is
there,
going
sir.
on.
Hello. Hello. Good evening, sir.
Okay, all right.
Good
You are
evening.
live now. I see your line. Your line went off.
Hello.
Okay,
Good evening.
quickly introduce
Good evening,
yourself to
sir.
the. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
introduce
sir. Yes,
yourself to
sir.
the listeners at home. Who you are, where you are, and the position you hold in the society.
I'm hearing you. I can hear you, sir. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes,
I can hear you, sir.
continue to introduce yourself to the listeners at home. Who you are,
Okay.
where you are, and the position you hold in the society.
Okay. Okay. My name is OSONUGA ABIMBOLA. I was born on June 22, 1994. I start. I started my I started my early. Okay. 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 My name is OSONUGA ABIMBOLA. I'm from Ogun State. I'm from Ogun State. I'm from Ogun State. I started my early education at. I finished my university education at Babcock University. I'm done my master's program at Olabisi University. I'm currently working at Model Sterling Global Ventures, Shagamu, Ogun State. Can you hear
Thank you
me?
very much. I can hear you. It's a bit very dark on your side where you are. Can you face the
Can you
lights
hear me?
behind you so that? Yes, I can hear you, but it's kind of very dark. We
Hello?
can't see your face. We can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello? Hello?
We can hear you.
Hello?
Can
Can
you
you hear
hear
me?
me? Yes, we can hear
Can you
you.
hear
Can you
me?
hear me?
Can you hear me? This network is having problem.
We can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Hello?
All right, everyone listening to us, is unfortunately that the network on his side is actually failing
Okay.
us, but we are still here on the
I can
African
hear you.
Portal. Can,
I will
can you
adjust.
face
I
the
will
light?
adjust on the side. Okay.
Don't back the light. Let the light behind you, let
I'm
it
hearing you.
flash
I'm
to your
hearing
face
you.
so that people can be able to see your face.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you see me now?
Just face the light that is behind you so that people can be able to see you.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you too. Just face the light so that we can be able to see you very well. All right, everyone, thank you very much for the pleasure of your time on the African Portal Radio TV International. It's a beautiful, lovely time here in Pretoria, South Africa. A lot of people will be connecting with this broadcast this hour, and we want to say thank you for every one of you that you are connecting with us. Thank you for the pleasure of your time. I really, really, really appreciate it. Keep sharing it. Keep talking about it. Let this go viral. It's your one-stop media house where everyone have a say. And by the grace of God, it's going to be a lovely great time in the studio. Thank you very much, Alasoye, for the comment. We really appreciate it. Keep sharing it. Invite more people to join us. I think what I'm going to do for my guest is we're going to call you in. You can just step out of the platform, then we can call you in. I think that we help the broadcast because with the look of things, your network is not going to help the matter on this program this hour. All right, thank you very much, everyone joining us. I really appreciate every one of you. It's going to be a lovely, great time on the African Portal Radio TV International. It's 2 minutes after 9 o'clock here in Pretoria, South Africa, and in Nigeria is 2 minutes after 8 o'clock in Nigeria. Welcome to the African Portal Radio TV International. I celebrate every one of you, and those of you that you are celebrating your birthday or born in the month of June, we celebrate you and we say welcome to the African Portal Radio TV International. All right, our guest is in the studio, but unfortunately the line on his side is giving a lot of problem. But let's enjoy a few songs before we connect to this program this hour. Let's just go and enjoy a few songs before we get into the business of the day to be having the conversation with our guest in the studio. Our guest is here, but we are going to open the line for him to have access again. Then if his network is not doing great, we have no choice than to do a direct call to him so that we can be able to do it together. But for right now, we are live on the African Portal Radio TV International. Keep watching it, keep sharing it, keep talking about it. It is your one-stop media house where everyone have a say, and it's going to be a lovely time. Let's enjoy this song as we are about to get into the business of the day. Enjoy it, share it, let's go viral.
Life for that way. Tell me life for that way.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Can you turn to the
I can
lights
hear you.
behind you so that, yes, turn to the lights behind you
I
so
can
that
hear you.
people can be able to see your face. And remove the glass, remove the sunglass, let them see your face.
Yeah. Now, can you see me?
Yes, it's fine now. Just stay in the one place.
Can you see me now?
Yes, we can see you.
Can you see me now? Okay.
Can you remove the glasses?
Hello.
Thanks to everyone that is joining us. We really appreciate it. We are still here connecting to the guests in the studio that will be
I can't
having
see
this
without my glasses.
conversation.
I can't see without my glasses.
Okay, you can't see without your glasses. Okay, good. No problem. All right.
Okay, no problem. That's what you want.
Let's it's okay, it's okay. Just leave it. Leave it. Don't worry. You don't have to.
Hello.
You don't have to. Just leave it. All right. All right. Okay, we can hear you. I don't know what is wrong with your network. You can keep your glasses on. It's okay. Keep your glasses on. All right. Ọ̀dà ẹ̀yin tí gbọ́ wá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá adúpẹ́ pọ̀ kú lọ́wọ́ yín ojú òní ti yé ìbàjẹ́ òní bá yín lágbára ìgbà rẹ̀. Ọ̀kan lára àwọn ọmọ ọ̀dọ́kùnrin lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà náà la gbé wá sójú òpó ètò ìlàlẹ̀ ti tòní tí àjọ máa ní fọ̀rọ̀ jómi tóró ọ̀rọ̀ bó tẹ̀ tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pójú òpó ìwọ̀n ò fẹ́ fi gbogbo ara dáadáa ṣùgbọ́n a máa yí pọ̀ mọ́ra wọn kí ó lè dún kó lè dùn kó lè lárinrin kó lè ládùn kó lè láyọ̀. Ó yá ẹ bá káwọ̀ yẹn wá ti ń gbọ́ yín lé Òṣónúgà Abímbọ́lá ó yá káwọ̀ yẹn wá ti ń gbọ́ lé. Today is another great time as we have time to go out there to see what is going on here in South Africa, especially the celebration of the Youth Day, which is another great time. We have time to be around the friends, family to enjoy the great time. So what we do is that we're not going to allow these guests back into the spotlight as the network on his side is not okay. So let's just use the voice call to pick him up to connect him with the studio. If not, we're just gonna be here. We're not gonna be able to make a headway with his network. So it's better we just connect to him through a phone call. Thank you very much. I really appreciate those of you that you are connecting, those of you that you are sharing this program. Thank you very, very much. I really thank every one of you. And I appreciate every one of you for being part of this conversation and be part of what we are doing on the African Portal Radio TV International. For those of you that you would like to connect, just go to our website www.theafricanportal.co.za or go to our Facebook page or our YouTube page. Subscribe to our YouTube and stand a chance to be receiving all our shows immediately we are live. And I want to say thank you very much for the pleasure of your time. I really appreciate every one of you. This guest, his network is giving a lot of problem and it's not connecting with the cell phone. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to have this conversation smoothly with him. I'm not yet sure because the network on his side is giving us a lot of headache and also it's not currently on the spotlight right now because his network is not doing so well. Let's try to reconnect him again and see if we'll be. Your network is not fine. Just take it easy listening. Listening.
Hello.
Your network is not fine. Your network is not fine. Just leave the platform. Connect with the cell phone. I will call you in. We don't need to connect you through the platform. Just open your WhatsApp so that I can be able to call you on WhatsApp.
It's fine.
Okay. No, we can't. It's not fine. We can't get hold of you. Your network is very bad, and where you are is too dark. So just get out of the platform. Let me call you in.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I will call you on WhatsApp. Your network is not okay, and it's too dark where you are. So let's just call you. We take your voice alone because the time is running very fast. Okay.
Okay.
Or you can hear me very well now. Can you hear me very well now? Can you hear me very well now? Yeah? Hello?
I'm trying to. Hello, okay. I'm hearing you.
If you are hearing me very well, it's okay. Hello. I can let you stay. But if you cannot hear me very well, it's better we call you in. Then we just take only your voice. We're not going to be able to see your face.
I'm hearing you.
Okay. All right. Introduce yourself to the listeners at home, who you are, where you are, and the position you hold in the society.
Okay. My name is OSONUGA ABIMBOLA. I just finished my master. My name is OSONUGA ABIMBOLA. I was born on June 22nd, 1994. I've had my master's program at Alassane University. Then I'm currently working at Modus Sterling Global Ventures, Shagamu, Ogun State.
Oh, great. Great. Okay. A lot of people who are listening to us because you are one of the youth that is representing the youth currently as we're celebrating the Youth Day in South Africa. Let's look at the youth and the democracy. What is the definition of the youth, and what is the definition of democracy to you?
I think the youth can be defined as the total number of people that represent the total number of people in a population that those that contribute to the societal problems. Let me give you my. I have some points here.
Okay, go ahead.
A youth can be referred to as as a backbone of a nation that have higher success rates to change dynamics so as to have a new modification society. That's my own definition
Great.
of the youth.
Okay, let's look at democracy in Africa.
Yes,
and as a youth, what is the connection that youth have to democracy, and what is the definition of democracy to the youth of today?
Democracy can be defined as ruled by people and by the people and for the people, not to have a legitimate government. Or it can also be defined as a representative form of government. It can also be defined as a representative form of government, institutional, political, economic, in order to form a strong institution. Is that form and a strong institution of government?
Okay, let's now look at it. A lot of youth today doesn't really have opportunity to express themselves, especially in a country where you are in Nigeria. Many youth doesn't really have opportunity of being in power, because if we look at the history let us know that the people in power right now, they've been in power since their youth time. Let's say, for instance, most of the people that is ruling right now in Africa are the youth of yesterday that are still in power. What do you think we need to do to make sure that the youth of today take their rightful position to be in charge of their countries?
To my opinion is that what the youth can do is to participate more in politics, ensure that they vote out the old cargoes away from government, in order to form a strong institution of government and promote unity in democratic governance in Nigeria and Africa. It's important for every youth to participate in politics, not take decisions on their own. Like, they must not be neglected by the government. They must stand out to come out and contest in elections at various levels of government. Without the youth, there's no government.
Without the youth, there is no government. I like that. I like that. So you said the solution to that problem is for the youth also to participate in the in a democratic system, being in power, being in charge, making sure that they're also involved in the politics. But let's look at the challenges facing some of the youth, that they are in politics, but the system design around them doesn't give them opportunity to really function very well. Okay. What can you say to that?
One of the challenges facing the youth in government, in democracy, is that corruption, bad leadership, yahoo, all those crime is affecting the youth in Nigerian politics, which is not supposed to be so. If things are put in place, the youth should not be involved in all those activities that is involved in democratic governance. Thank you.
But not all the youth doing all these things you mentioned. There are some responsible youth. There are some youth that is also clamoring for the change, and they're also interested. There are some youth that is already like graduating to the adults or to the elderly post, like people like Showore in Nigeria, and we have the young man in Zimbabwe as well, that is really doing so well. Also, we have a young youth also in South Africa, like Julius Malema in South Africa. We have people like that in all countries in Africa, but the system design around them doesn't really give them opportunity to get into power. And to the current leaders, they believe that those people are not fit for those posts, or they are not ready to lead. I mean, is that how it is?
Yes, sir. It's not. That's not how it is. It depends on the youth who are ready to take over the government of their country. If you are willing as a youth, you must be prepared for leadership position. That's why it's important for every youth to get involved in politics and take decision on their own. Because the government, if the government can support them, the youth will be ready to take over the government of Nigeria. For example, if you look at the case study of Yakubu Gowon when he came to power at the age of 29, he set example as himself to become a leader. But now the man is being a successful man. It's because of the government. It's because of the government are not ready to hand over to the youth. That's why they are decided. They're doing things on their own way, which is not supposed to be.
So the challenge on ground is that is the government of the day that is not ready to actually hand over to the youth. Is that what you are saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
you just give an
yes,
example right now of the Yakubu Gowon that has become a president in his country, Nigeria, at the age of 29. Do you think such thing
yes.
can happen again in anywhere in Africa?
Yes, I believe it can happen. It depends on the readiness of the youth who is ready to take over government in Nigeria. Because the youth are the future of tomorrow, and it is high time the youth must take over government in Nigeria. Because we need young, useful youth that should take over government in Nigeria. Because we are the future leaders of tomorrow.
Hmm. Okay, a lot of people used to say that youth is the leader of tomorrow, but we realize that youth they are not actually the leader of tomorrow; they are leader of today because they have to be in power today before they can be the leader of tomorrow. So, what do you think we need to do right now as a youth, as one of the youth that is listening, and as we are celebrating the Youth Day in South Africa? What do you think we can do as youth now to take over the power, to be in charge of our own generation, and to lead our own
Okay.
generation to the higher ground? What do you think we need to do as youth?
Number one thing we must do, we must be prepared for leadership position. The second thing we need to do, we must work together as youth in order to chase out these people, in order to chase out the government that is in power, ensure that youth take over the government of Nigeria. The third thing that we need to do as a youth in Nigeria is to ensure that we promote unity, self-government, political process, electoral process that can form a governance, that can form a democratic governance in Nigeria or in Africa at large.
Okay, you are one of the people that is so close to the government. You have opportunity to be campaigning for some of the politicians, and also you have a tracking record of the being around the politician. What can you tell us about the history or your experience, your personal experience in when we are talking about the youth taking over the government or the youth being in charge? Have you been, I mean, having an opportunity, because calling you an honorable is one of the things that I love, and I want to know from you, do you think that you have all this, you get all the support that you needed to lead as a youth of today, to lead your generation? Do you get such support from the leaders of today?
Y- Yes, I have such support. Through the support, I have such a support from the leaders. For example, now through Pastor Femi Ogumbawo, he has been a good mentor to me, supporting me in my politics, in my political career, which is willing to assist me. I've met a lot of politicians that are willing to help me with my future career. I believe I can take over this country to make Nigeria better, to make Nigeria great.
Wow, wow. I love that. I love that. And you are talking with the boldness of the record that you have from your experience. Like you have some leaders that is so much like helping, supporting, making sure that they empower you to become a great leader of tomorrow. But let's look at it. Do you think that
Yes,
the
sir.
if you as a person take over to be in charge of your country as a leader, what is the first problem that you would think you need to address in your first day in office?
What I'll do in my first day in office is to ensure that I promote unity, ensure that I'm able to meet the needs of people, ensure that I provide welfare for the people, ensure that I'm able to promote security, economic, and prosperity of a nation. I also ensure that I'm able to I will ensure that I'm able to relate with the people at the grassroots level, not to ensure that things must work well for the people and the citizens at large. I also ensure that I'm able to protect the interest of my people and serve them well with all my whole heart, not mismanaging of public funds and corrupt and not depend on corruption.
One of the definition of
Yes, sir.
democracy is the government of the people for the people, and most of the time now we realize that the democracy we are practicing in Africa is just for the politicians and their family. It's not really delivering. Service delivery in most of the places, especially in our local government system in Africa. It's not really robust because most of the
Yes.
time, most of the people choosing to be councillor or the chairman of the local government only care about their family, not about the masses. What do you think we can do to
Yes.
solve this problem or to correct this in our community or society?
What you can do to solve this problem is to relate with the people, is to relate with the people and provide better welfare for them, and also ensure that their children are able to go to school, and ensure that the educational system is well functioned and well organized.
Hmm,
Yes.
hmm, hmm, hmm. All right. Let me just quickly take you back to one that is very important, and that is why we are here tonight, especially about you. You already have a tracking record, and you are one of the people that is aspiring to be one of the leader of the future, of tomorrow of your country or of your own state or your own community. What is your readiness like, and what are you doing outside the education? Education is one of the tools that we need to become great in anywhere in the world. Outside education, what else are you doing to empower yourself, to get yourself ready for these great positions, to become a leader? What are you doing personally to build yourself or to develop yourself?
Ye- oh, yeah. What I'm doing personally is that I read books. I learn from people that will build my life, and I also learn from people that will help me with my future career. And I believe I'm prepared for this task ahead, and I believe I will rule Nigeria to become a better place in next future.
Okay, all right. Let me quickly take you a bit out of the contents. Let's quickly look at the celebration
Yes,
in
sir.
South Africa. The youth of 1975, 1976 in South Africa stood their ground, telling their government they want an inclusive government
Hello.
whereby everybody will have opportunity and equal right to what belongs to everyone in the country. And this leads to some unrest, and such a thing also happened in Nigeria, I think 2018, 2019, 2020. That is the end SARS in Nigeria, which leads to a lot of killings and many youth die on the connection with this. What do you think that the government of today needs to do, most especially when the youth are
Yeah,
calling for
yeah.
their rights, and now the government needs to set up the woodlums. The woodlums take over they hijack the protest, and the protest lead to the losing of life, and many people die regarding to this. What do you think you need to tell the government regarding this, and what are you expecting the government to do to avoid such things to be happening in their own country or in their own community?
Okay. Yeah. Or what I expect the government to do is that they must provide necessary steps to tackle the security challenge, and also ensure that they must promote good leadership and avoid corruption, enjoy bribery and corruption in African countries and Nigeria at large.
Okay, let me take you to the educational system because you have opportunity to have your master degree, you have your first degree, and you have your master degree. Let's look at the educational system in Africa because I'm using Africa as a content and I'm using Nigeria as a case study. Let's look at the educational system. Do you think that the educational system in Africa is best and it doesn't need any rearrangement or any attention? I mean, what is your view about the educational system in Africa?
Yes, sir. I believe the federal government needs to review the education system in Nigeria and in Africa because of, for example, if you look at the case study in Nigeria, ASU has been on strike for over close to 6 months now, close to 4 months, because the government should find solution to this problem so that students can go back to school because it's really affecting them because Nigeria needs to learn from other countries of the world because education is the best legacy. Education is the best legacy. Without education, the person cannot move forward. That's why the government must give strategy solution to provide good educational system for the country and Africa.
All right. Thank you very much for that, and thank you for mentioning that the issue of the ASU, especially in Nigeria, the university authority, they are
Hello.
currently on strike, and the children have been at home. They have been in the in. I mean, they have been home for some days or months now, and that is really very saddening. In the same country where they are still clamoring for elections in
Hello.
2023, they are still going continue electing the who will be the president in the next coming years. But currently, as we speak, the university education is shut down in Nigeria. What is your own advice to the government regarding this?
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you. All right. It seems that we having a challenge with the network of my guest there, but we can hear you. If you can hear me, you can still connect back and continue explain what you are explaining. But currently, we can hear you clearly in the studio. Just let us know if you can hear us in the studio on your side there. But we can hear you clearly. Are you there? Okay, unfortunately, we're still struggling with his network. We doesn't seem to be like his network is doing great. All right, thank you very much. I really appreciate those of you that you are connecting, and I see you there. Also, Mary Bowman, we really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for connecting with us. Thank you for being part of this conversation. Thank you for sharing this program, and thank you for believing in what we are doing. We really, really appreciate that, and we really thank you for believing on what we are doing on the African Portal Radio TV International. Keep sharing it, keep listening to it, keep doing it. It's a great time here in Pretoria, South Africa. And I want to say thank you to those of you that you are connected with us as we have opportunity to be out there to celebrate the Youth Day here in South Africa. We spend a lot of time with some of the youth and doing some community service, even though there is ups and down challenges here and there, but still we still go out there to contribute our own quota to the continent, to Africa, to South Africa as a country, and to let the youth know that they are the future of today and they are the hope of tomorrow, because that is one of the mistakes that most of the people made, that say that the future is the leader of the tomorrow. They are not the leader of tomorrow, they are the leader of the today. They are the leader of today and they are the hope of tomorrow. So let's give the youth opportunity to also take their rightful position, to be in charge, to lead their own generation, to be the voice of their own generation, and at the same time for them to also have the capacity and capability to be able to be in charge to rule their own generation, because it's not going to make any difference if the leaders still hiding this post or sitting on this seat that the youth supposed to sit on. It's like sitting on a timing bomb. It's still going to cost us more, because time is coming that the youth will not be able to take it anymore, and that we need to fight back to make sure that they take their rightful position. So let's give the youth opportunity. Let's give them chance. Let's put them in the seat that belongs to them. And I think this will be a very great thing for Africa, for the Nigeria, and for the rest part of the world where the youth are not having the same rights or the same opportunity to do what is right for them to do. So, having said that, I just want to quickly thank everyone that is connecting. Thank you very, very much. If this program get across to you, no matter where you are, please share it, share it, share it. The more you share it, the more you give it opportunity to go viral. So, as I'm busy here, I'm also multitasking, making sure that this show is going viral and we are connecting to the right people on the African Portal Radio TV International. Great day, great hour, great conversation, and a great, beautiful program on the African Portal TV International. We having a challenge, but I think my guest managed to get connected back. Let's quickly see if we can be able to connect him back onto the African Portal before we round it up and call it a day from his side, so that we can continue with other things that we have at hand on the African Portal Radio TV International. For those of you that are joining us, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Yeah, you're back now, but your line is actually disappointing by going up and down. All right. So quickly, let's quickly talk about the issue of the HASU not be, be on strike for the last 4 months, and the government are doing nothing about it currently in Nigeria. What is your own advice to the government in this regard?
I'm back.
Yes, continue. You can hear me. Can you hear me?
I'm back. Oh.
Yes, we can hear you. If you can hear me, just continue what you are saying. If you cannot hear me, step out of the platform. Let's take you in through another means.
I'm back.
Okay, please step out of the program. You keep on saying you're back, but you can't hear what I'm saying. All right, everyone listening to us, thank you very much for the pleasure of your time. It doesn't seem like we get across to this guest in the studio, but it's okay. We just going to call it a day with him, and we continue. If you can just step out of the platform, let's just call you in so that we use the phone call to complete the one that is remaining. You've really tried by giving us all the necessary information that we needed, but unfortunately, we cannot hear you. So you can step out. Let's get you in through the phone call. Everyone listening to us, thank you very, very much for the pleasure of your time. I really, really appreciate it. There are so much that will be coming up on this program this hour that we'll be enjoying ourselves on the African Portal. And at the same time, we'll be dishing out nothing but the best music that will be making your heart to gladden your heart and to make you feel good, as today is a public holiday in South Africa. So we just want to make sure that everybody enjoy themselves, everybody enjoy what is going on around them. But for those of you that are watching it, please keep sharing it, keep talking about it. The more you share it, the more you give it opportunity to go viral. Remember, by sharing this program, you are the co-host of this program. So please, I expect you to share it. Share it as many times as you can, and that will be an added value to this program. Unfortunately, your line is not doing so well, so we going to call you in right now. But if we cannot get you on the phone call, then we'll continue with other things that we need to do on this program, and through that we call it a day. We will not be able to continue with the conversation. But let's see if you can be able to hear me. Let's give you this opportunity, because we are calling you now and your line is not connecting to the broadcast. Thank you very much, those of you watching us. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. All right. Unfortunately, your line is not cooperating with us. So I'm not sure what we need to do to make sure that we get you on the spotlight. Okay, everyone, let's just continue with other things on this program this hour, as we still have a lot of things to do on the African Portal Radio TV. We have tried our best to get you connected to the program, but unfortunately, your line still not working very well. So we'll not be able to continue with you. All we do is that we're just gonna continue with other thing that we call it a day, and we just want to make sure that everybody go out there, go and get your PVC. The youth, go and get your PVC and vote for the right person. The more you keep on voting for the wrong people, the more the pains that we'll be having in our country. And in South Africa, the youths, please, let's shun the crime, let's shun the way of life that we affect other. Let's respect other women being. Let Africa also see themselves as one, so that the continent will be able to great. All right. So your line is very bad and you have a very poor network on your side, and your phone call is not even connected. So I'm not sure how we're going to be able to do it, but to be honest, it is a great pleasure to have you on the African Portal Radio. You have already tried your best and you have already dropped one or two things to the space that I believe that a lot of people will also be able to connect with, and it's going to help many people in going forward. But I really want to thank you very, very much. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for you accepting our invitation to be on the African Portal. Thank you so much. On African Portal Radio TV is a home for all. It's the place where people will be able to connect and doing great. This is your home of celebration. It's your home of liberty. It's the African Portal Radio TV International. Keep watching it, keep sharing it, let it go viral. The more you share it, the more you give it opportunity to go viral. And the more you also talk about it, the more you engage more people to advertise on this program. Call us on +277033584. Keep sharing it, keep watching it. It's the African Portal Radio TV International. We are trying to assist you, but unfortunately, you are not getting a good network, and unfortunately, will not be able to waste the time to be connecting to you. So if your network is not fine, we're just going to end the program. We can hear you. Don't say hello. Just wait and listening to, because you are live. We can hear you now.
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Yes, we can hear you, but you are destructing the program. You are not letting the program flow the way it's supposed to flow, because your network is causing what is it called, is distracting us, and is letting people getting out of the program. People cannot stay to watch this program the way we want it to be, and you are not even sharing it on your side. We are not getting anybody connecting from your side, so it's very kind of very not interesting. Yeah. All right, so should we continue talking to you here? I think that will be better, because we have 5 minutes.
That's fine.
We have 5 minutes to round up this section with you. All right, let's quickly go straight to the business of the day. As we're talking about the strike in Nigeria. ASU is on strike, and a lot of people at home now. The students are not be able to complete their 2022 educational career, and this is one of the concern, and this is one of the reasons we are putting you on the spotlight. What do you think the government of the day needs to do? Because the government is not really showing the interest or concern about this. What is your view about it?
My view is that the government must find solution to this problem. They must attend to the ASU people and give them what they want, so that the students can go back to school.
All right. Do you have any opportunity to connect with any of the students that is youth also that's been home now for this ASU, and you have affect them in one way or the other? Do you have opportunity to speak to them? What is their story like? How are they feeling about this?
Sir, I have opportunity.
So how are they feeling about this?
For what they said they've been feeling bored at home, and everywhere they're just tired of staying at home. They're praying that the government should let them resume back to school.
They are feeling bored at home, and they are praying that the government should let them go back to school. All right. What do you think the generation of today, for them to be able to play? Because you mentioned something at the beginning that some of the youth, they are involving in funny things, doing yahoo yahoo. Some of them are doing rituals. We hear the news of the people age of 14, 13, 18 doing rituals. What do you think is causing this? Do we see that there is no moral again in our community, or should we say that we are lacking three things? We are lacking trust, we are lacking knowledge, and we are lacking focus. What do you think is the main problem causing this in our community?
To me, I believe it is the government, because the government are not ready to provide jobs for the youth, and they are not ready to solve the problem of Nigerian society.
So because of that, that is why a lot of people are engaging in these funny activities of ritual, of yahoo yahoo and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's no employment in the country.
There is no employment in the country. But are you thinking that some of the youth also, even though there is no job in the country, they are also creating opportunity in the country by using their own God-given talent to create something for themselves? Why do you think that is because of the government is not providing the job? That is why some of the youth are involving in this funny activity. Do you think that is because of that, or they are just choose to just follow the wrong way?
To me, I think because they just choose to follow the wrong way. Yeah, I think they just choose to follow the wrong way, and the government is not ready to support them.
The government, because remember, this program is not, we are not here to play a blaming game, but we are rather here to find a permanent solution to some of the problem. I mean, we identify the problem and we find the solution to the problem, because if we have the capacity to identify a problem, we must also have the capacity to solve the problem. So the solution is what we'll be talking about here, especially when we are talking about the youth and the democracy. Remember, the democracy we are practicing in Africa is a kind of democracy that have to do with a lot of corruption, a lot of stealing, a lot of lies, a lot of misleading people, brainwashing and stuff like that. So you, as the youth of today, that you said that you are ready to take over and you are ready to bring the change that the continent or your country needed. Your readiness, one thing that you said that you are reading, you will go to the university, you have your university and certificate, and you have experience by moving with the leaders that is doing so well. But let's quickly look at the way forward, especially for the youth and the democracy. Do you think that democracy is the best way of government for Africa?
Yes, to me, it's the best way of government. It depends on how the government. It's based on how the government are. It's based on the government and how they are ruling the democracy of Nigeria. It depends on how they are. It depends on how they are ruling it.
It depends with the way that the government of the day actually handle the situation. That is what will determine the kind of democracy that we are practicing. All right, election is coming in Nigeria.
Yes.
Election is coming in Nigeria in 2023. What is the youth doing right now to be part of that? Because I'm hearing the advert that people must go and get their PVC, vote the right person on the power.
Yes.
But when we look at the voting candidates, many of them are already on their way to grave, age of 77, close to 80. Even some of them, their hand is shaking already. And we still see the youth that is still saying that it is the right candidate. Is it the right candidate? Youth, especially most of the people following them are youth. Don't you think that the youth of today is divided?
Yes, they're divided. Yes.
And with the way they divide, are you thinking that the number of the youth that is clamoring for the change, that is ready to bring the change, do you think the number of those youth will be able to take over the power from the current elderly one? Their hand is already shaking and they still want to be the president. Do you think coming 2023 will be able to vote a youth president in Nigeria to be continue ruling Nigeria? Do you think that will be able to happen?
Yeah. No, I don't think it's going to be very tough. It depends on the number of youths that is willing to take over Nigeria. It depends on the number of youths who are ready to work together as a youth to take over the nation Nigeria.
But during the head SARS, the youth really cooperate together and they come out in number to stop the ruling and the behaviors of the police. Don't you think the youth needs to use the same mobilization to mobilize themselves to vote the right person in to lead them? That is going to be the youth that will going to be among them to lead the country. Don't you think the youth needs such a mobilization for them to take over the power?
Yes, they need such mobilization. They need such mobilization to take over power from the government. They need that.
They need that. But the problem now is that some of them belongs to the different party and they're already loyal to the party. So they would rather prefer to go and vote for the old man that his hand is already shaking to continue leading their country than to vote for the fellow youth of themselves.
To me, I always tell people it depends on cooperation, on how they can unite and form other parties to solve the problem. It depends on how they cooperate with each other. It depends on cooperation and determination. And
International. A lot of people will be listening to you around other parts of Africa that they also believe in what you are doing and they believe in the kind of the who you are. So, but kindly tell them more about yourself before you say goodbye and tell them about what you are expecting to see in the coming years. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We really appreciate your time on the African Portal Radio. Keep watching it. It's Youth Day on the African Portal, and we are celebrating the youth in style. And we have youth that we put on the spotlight that we are having this together. I just want to say thank you very much, everyone that connect. Thank you for the pleasure of your time, and thank you for believing in what we are doing. It is a lovely, great evening on the African Portal Radio TV International. Join us tomorrow as we'll be having a lot of programs that will be coming your way on the African Portal. And join us again tomorrow. We're going to be having one of the youth that will be talking about the Youth Day. And at the same time, join us on Sunday as we'll be celebrating the Father's Day and also celebrating the Youth Day in style on the African Portal Radio TV International. The African Portal is home for us, for all. So the more we do it, the more we come out together. So keep doing it, keep sharing it, keep talking about it, keep doing the great work. God bless everyone joining us. We really appreciate your time on the African Portal Radio. Keep sharing it, keep watching it, keep letting it go viral. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And it's a goodbye from here. Thank you very much.